Friends, welcome in, welcome in. I'm so glad you're here watching live or watching the recording. It's time to learn. And Amanda and I are really, really excited to share this
Yay!
space with you. Ooh, there we are. Okay, so before we begin, we just have to do some housekeeping real fast. I am not a medical professional, and the information provided in this class is intended for informational purposes only. Both Amanda and I do not diagnose, prescribe, or treat any medical conditions. The content shared here is based on our personal knowledge and research and is not a substitute for professional medical advice. By participating in this class, you acknowledge that you are responsible for your own health and well-being, and that any use of essential oils or related practices is at your own will. Now that that not so fun stuff is out of the way, let's get going. I want to introduce you to Amanda. She's amazing. Take it away.
All right, for those of you who don't know me, my name is Amanda Hart. I live in the Myrtle Beach area, South Carolina, with my two boys pictured there. My oldest Aiden is 15, and Liam just turned 8 in June. And those are our dogs, Sadie and Ellie. They are 1.5-year-old Yorkie pups that definitely keep us on our toes. Outside of doTERRA, I do work as an oncology nurse. I've been a nurse for about 6 years, but I've been in healthcare for 16 years. So I definitely have a lot of healthcare knowledge that I can't wait to use to share with you today in the oil world. But oncology is my heart and soul, and I've worked with both kids and adults with cancer. And I am here with the lovely Vicki as my co-host. So Vicki, go ahead and share a little bit about yourself.
Hi, you guys. Welcome in. My name is Victoria Lebrilla. I go by Vicki Lebrilla or Vic. I go by many names. I love what I do. I'm an essential emotions coach. I used to teach in the classroom for 13 years. I loved that. However, I did pivot. Then I went to being an at-home care nurse for a 101-year-old woman. Her name was Hybe. I love her. So she's now in heaven. I am a fur mama. I have two dogs, Belle and Nico. Nico's at the bottom with his tongue sticking out. Belle is 13 years young, and I love them. They're great. They definitely keep me on my toes. And this is my amazing husband, Oliver. He is a great supporter. We found each other online. And funny story, not so funny. I was asked to edit a girlfriend's profile. Okay, but in order to edit her profile, I had to create my own. And the very next
Oh,
day, my
goodness.
now husband Oliver messaged me. It was that fast. So when I say I met online, I don't have the typical story that many have, but I'm so happy. He's supportive. We love overlanding. I enjoy Pilates, but I really enjoy educating and making sure every human with a heartbeat understands that this modality is for you and for your specific needs.
All right, so this class is going to teach you three cool things about essential oils. We're going to talk about three different ways to use essential oils. And more importantly, we're going to talk about how we can get these oils into your home. Because, like Vicki says, everybody with a heartbeat should be having these oils in their home and getting all their amazing benefits. We are going to gear this class a little bit toward the back to school theme and just share how we can keep you healthy and in class and out of the doctor's office this school year.
Agree. Let's do that.
Yes. So first up, three cool things about essential oils. The first one is that these oils are completely safe. They're effective and they are also very affordable. So in the safety aspect, what's really cool is these oils can really be used for every age group, from super tiny babies to the elderly and everybody in between. These oils are going to benefit everybody. Everybody has unique health concerns and unique needs. And I promise there is an oil out there that will assist you in those needs. These oils are 100% natural. We take these directly from where they're indigenous in their growth. So we are taking them right from their natural habitat. We're not doing anything extra special with them. We're just, going through the process of getting them into an oil that you guys can use in your home. They are super powerful and they have a lot of powerful benefits. Um, one drop of peppermint oil is actually equivalent to taking 28 cups of peppermint tea. So when we say they're powerful, they are powerful. We also really make sure that these oils are pure through the certified pure tested grade. And what that means is they go through a very, very rigorous testing process to make sure that there is nothing added to it. They're free from filters, from contaminants, and that all it is just this pure essential oil that we took out of its natural habitat and gave to you in a beautiful oil bottle. So there really is nothing extra to these oils other than their natural product that we're getting. These oils are really going to be super effective. So I am a very visual person. So if you kind of take your hand and kind of roll it up into a fist, that is what a cell is going to be inside your body. And that outside of your fist is going to be the cell membrane. And what these oils do is it actually penetrates through that membrane and gets inside. So obviously what the purpose of that membrane is to keep all the good stuff in and the bad stuff out. But every now and then we do have bacteria and viruses that do get into that cell. And that's where essential oils can really play an important role in helping you feel better. I again am, in the healthcare world, so I'm very a big advocate on, making sure that your kids are going to doctor's appointments and staying regular. But I also want to stay out of the doctor's office when I'm sick. I don't want to be there any more than I have to. So knowing that I have these oils that can potentially help keep me out of the doctor's office with my kids is huge. So even when your kids are sick and you take them to the doctors, a lot of times you're not going to be able to do anything anyway. So, even as a nurse myself, I get frustrated with that because my kid's sick. I want them better. And I've spent my share time in doctor's offices being told your child has a virus. They're not giving you anything for that. So, having these oils that I can use at home, those oils will get into that cell. They'll clean out all the junk that's in that cell and they'll get that cell healthier. So, you're feeling healthier.
Mhm.
The other thing that it does too is that, when you do have illnesses that require you to be on things such as antibiotics, those antibiotics are going to come with a lot of harsh side effects. So for me personally, my stomach gets torn up. My gut health is awful after I take antibiotics.
Same.
These oils aren't going to have those side effects, which is amazing. Like I love being able to use these oils and know that my stomach is going to be fine, but I'm going to start feeling better at the same time. So these oils, will get into that cell, they'll clean it out, and they really will just help you feel a little bit better. Now, I do have to stress, they're not going to cure you overnight. They're not going to be like, this big cure all, oil. It's just going to help you get better a little bit faster, and you won't be sick for as long.
Mhm.
You can do that without side effects. So it's
Yeah.
amazing.
I agree. I like how you said that though, because in my mind, when I was first starting out with essential oils, Amanda, I thought of it as okay, I was taught these don't do the work. It helps our body do the healing because our bodies are
Yes.
amazing systems, but they need the right
Yes.
tools. And so
Mm-hmm.
someone somewhere in, the world we live in was like, this
Mm-hmm.
is what I truly call healthcare versus sick care. There is a time and
Yes.
place for the doctor. Absolutely. Both can
Absolutely.
play together and we can fill in those gaps. Yes, I
Yes.
totally
And
agree.
that's what, and again, like I can't stress, like I am all for Western medicine when you need it, but
Mhm.
I also don't want to be in an area, or especially a hospital. Can you imagine going to the ER when you're sick and now you're just
No.
exposing yourself to a lot of other things that y'all don't need to be exposing yourself to. So, I'm all for Western medicine when you need it. Trust me, I've had to use it. I am not naive to the Western medicine when it comes time to my kids. So I get it, you need it, but I also am very for not having to do it more than I need to.
I agree. I agree. And the last cool thing, my friends, about essential oils is that they are affordable. They
Mhm.
are absolutely more affordable than traditional medical care. They're pennies per dose, and you can truly save hundreds of dollars a year in medical costs when we approach it in a proactive way. And so, Amanda did us so well in helping us understand the safety, the effectiveness,
Mhm.
But when you put it all together and you really break it down, if you're a numbers person, I invite you to do the numbers. How much does your gas cost to get from point A to point B? How much does that OTC cost? How much does that visit cost? All of those things go into the affordability of your healthcare. So, in my opinion, when I have, I don't know, say a headache or digestive issues, I know Amanda and I would pull peppermint or tamer blend
Yes.
out and support our headache or our digestive system with it. I know that that's just pennies per dose without the side effects than having to reach for the OTC. Again, there's a time and place, but
Yes.
honest to God, I have not had to go other than maybe 2 or 3 times in the last 10 years to do that next step because
Oh,
of doTERRA's quality and affordability. It's a no-brainer. And I did the math,
mhm.
and I'm not a math person. In the last 10 years, I've saved over 4 grand. I won't get specific, but I've saved
That's
over 4 grand.
amazing.
And I'll share why a little bit later. And Amanda, I haven't shared this with you yet, so you'll be like, oh my gosh, in
My
agreement.
mind's going to be blown
Yeah,
probably.
it is. So, friends, again,
Goodness.
pennies per dose, hundreds of dollars that you can save and,
Hmm.
allocate elsewhere, like a vacation.
Yes. And the worst thing too, and when you're only using pennies for just a few drops of oils, if it doesn't work, it doesn't work. You're not going and you're not trialing a bunch of different prescription meds that are going to cost you sometimes hundreds of dollars, depending on what they are. So why not try something that's going to be safe and natural before you put all this extra out of your pocket?
I
You
agree.
can add that all into the savings pile. So next up, we're going to talk about 3 ways to use essential oils. You can use them aromatically, topically, and internally. First up, we're going to talk a little bit about aromatically. This is going to be the most gentle way to use your essential oils. I like to think of this as, diffuser blend crazy. I love coming up with combinations to pop in my diffuser blend for, whatever I feel like diffusing that day. If I am under the weather and I want something that's going to make me feel a little bit better, if I just need to pick me up first thing in the morning, the possibilities are endless. Um, so when I think about aromatic, I love to associate smells with different memories. So I want you guys all to think of a smell that you have such a beautiful memory of. And you can go ahead and pop that in the chat if you feel like it, or if you'd like to share in a little bit. I would love to hear what smells, jog some memories for you. But for me, lavender. Lavender always makes me think of my grandma because that child always had a lavender candle or a lavender lotion or something in her house. And I loved the smell of lavender because it made me think of my grandma and spending time with her. So now that she, has passed on, anytime I have lavender in the diffuser, I just think of her and it just, makes me happy that I still have those memories. And one of the reasons why that is because we have this olfactory nerve system. And basically, that is in charge of rewiring our brain to associate memories and affirmations with smells. So, again, it's super fun to have those different smells, create some memories for us. So, if anyone like to share a smell that you have a memory of, I'd love to hear.
I definitely do. When you were talking about your grandmother, I was thinking of my mom, and roses always bring me back to the little
Mhm.
rose garden she had. She did pass away many, many moons ago. So the fact that I can try, I'm not a gardener, but I can try and grow my own
Yes,
roses, but have rose essential oil, I kid you not, it's on my desk
I
because
love that.
the frequency is very, very high. If you know frequency, everything has an energy and frequency. It's one of the
Hmm.
highest vibrational essential oils possible. Um, but it just is very calming and soothing. And then at the same time, it's so abundantly fragrant and soft. I just love it. And it makes me think of my mom. So yes, love
Oh,
it.
I love that. I'm
Mhm.
not a gardener either, so thank gosh for rose essential oil.
Yes,
Oh,
exactly.
good. Yes. Next up, we have topical. And topical is going to be our most powerful way of using essential oils. And that's because it really is just going to get to the source. So you can apply that directly to your area of concern. If anyone is familiar with that reflexology, the bottom of your feet is a great way to use your essential oils because you can use that reflexology chart and apply the oils directly to that part of your foot that is, in need of, some soothing. The other thing too is, if you use a carrier oil, that's the best way to use your essential oils topically. And a lot of people, when you say use a carrier oil, you're like, I'm not diluting my oil. I'm gonna lose the benefit of it. And I promise you that's not what that means. Um, Using a carrier oil actually helps the oil get in through that dermis layer of your skin so it can get into the bloodstream and it can start working. So I'm not one that likes to work out, but I do it every now and then, and I always pay the price because my muscles yell and ache at me. And I will turn to a deep blue, and I'll use the oil. I use the deep blue rub, and I apply it directly to that sore area. And I always make sure if I use the oil, I use that carrier so it gets deep within that bloodstream and it really targets that area of achiness. So this is such a powerful way to use your essential oils.
Amanda, I like how you said, yeah, your body screams at you, but then you use the deep blue stick. Emily Wright, one of the
Yes.
founders of doTERRA, she just spilled the
Hmm.
beans about how she loves to use deep blue. And one
Hmm.
of the ways she uses it is on her knees before she goes walking or running, because if she
Hmm.
doesn't, her shin splints are like on
Yes.
fire. I was like, that is brilliant. That is
Yes.
absolutely brilliant. I have knee issues. I
Yes.
didn't correlate, like, do it before, Vicky, do it before so
Hmm.
you're not paying the price.
Oh, yes. So, as a nurse being on my feet all day, if I know my schedule's going to be insane, we're going to have a busy patient load that day, I was putting it on the bottom of my feet and like, the back of my legs before my shift even starts, just so that way it's in there working and soothing those muscles ahead of time. Because I've learned the hard way too. So it
Well,
definitely works.
I love it. And this blend that you guys are seeing in front of you with copaiba, turmeric, aroma touch, and lavender, I actually made that for my dog Belle. Again, she's 13 years young and her body needs it. She has bone spurs, hip issues, and those are dog friendly, this specific blend. But I
Hmm.
use this on my knee. So every time I give her an
Yeah.
application, the residue and what's left over
Hmm.
is applied to me. So yeah, it's a win-win. I love
It's a
using it
win-win for
topically.
sure. Yes. And last way is internal. So before we even go any further, I'm going to stress, and I know Vicky's going to be right on board. Anything we discussed in this class is really doTERRA specific. I can't speak to other oils because I don't have the research for those oils. And I specifically don't have research for those oils when it comes time to internal use. So please, 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 one, don't go running to the store and buying those oils anyway, because I promise you they're not good. But please don't go buying them and start taking them internally and said, well, Amanda and Vicky told me, because I
Mhm.
promise you I'm going to deny it. I'm just throwing that out there now. But when we talk about internal use, I can only speak for doTERRA essential oils. And that is, again, because of that CPTG where we put those oils through the rigorous testing to ensure that they're safe for internal use. Because there are a lot of oils that you can't take internally. So for instance, I have a bottle right here of peppermint oil. Peppermint oil is one that you can take internally, but on the back of this bottle is going to be a little label, and it's going to have that's the label supplement on there. If your oils don't say supplement, they are not safe to take internally. So if you ever have questions about it, your bottle's going to tell you right away.
Mhm.
But when it comes time to internal use, it's going to be one of the strongest uses because it really is kind of really getting into your system and it's kind of, going to the area of concern. It's getting in your bloodstream a lot faster. Um, and you can use these oils internally in a number of ways. So, as you can see in the little video, that MetaPower oil is being applied into some water. So you can add, I use a lot of citrus oils. So lemon and lime are my favorite and I'll add them to my water and I drink that all day and it gives you a little bit of flavor, but it also does your body so good to have those oils, running through internally. You can place an oil directly underneath your tongue. You can, Vicki mentioned about headaches earlier and putting peppermint directly on the roof of your mouth. That is such a powerful way to get rid of those headaches. So again, another way you can use your oils internally. We
Mhm.
also have some of our supplements are in these little veggie caps, and they're filled with oils that are good for various reasons, depending on what the capsule is. But you can also kind of create your own veggie capsule if you need. So just get an empty veggie cap, pop your oils that are safe to take internally, and then, consume it that way. So a lot of really good options for you to take your oils internally. Now, I do have to stress if you are going to put it in your water, just make sure that it's not going to be in anything plastic because those oils will actually break down those plastics and turn that into more toxins. And we're trying to rid our body of toxins. So the last thing you want to do is pull all those toxins from the plastics and, and consume that. So make sure you have like an aluminum or even like a metal stainless steel type of bottle or container to take your oils in.
Mhm.
But again, lots of great options. So this is actually one of my favorite ways to take oils
Is in your water, right?
is in my water. I love my water.
You were
Yes.
saying you were saying you love citruses, and I agree. Like wild
Mm-hmm.
orange, lemon, lime, depending on my needs, right? I'm assuming.
Mm-hmm.
Have
Yes.
you have you or do you like also putting peppermint or lemon in your teas during the evening or wintertime? It took me a while,
Yes.
but I really love it with local honey. I'm curious if you do.
Yes. So especially when I'm feeling under the weather, I love a good peppermint in my tea because it'll help like open up my nasal passages.
Mhm.
But even lemon is really good too because lemon is a natural detoxer. So it's actually taken all those toxins out of your body. So expect more so when I'm sick, I want to feel better. I want all that nasty stuff out. So I will put lemon and honey in my tea and I love it. It's so
I
good.
I agree. I that was actually one of the first ways I snuck essential oils into my husband's system, other than diffusing in the house because he has no
Yes.
like he couldn't say no to me about that.
Oh, for
But
sure. For
he
sure.
has allergies at the yin yang. So he
Hmm.
was having another allergy attack. And
Yeah.
if you're new to oils, lemon, lavender, and peppermint is a great trio to support your body's natural defenses against the allergies. And so I made him a tea and I snuck in. I probably put copious amounts of honey. I don't remember, this was years ago, but I just
Yes.
doused it with honey. But then I put lemon, lavender, and peppermint in it just to get
Hmm.
it into his system. Did it
Yeah.
work? Yeah, he wasn't blowing his nose every 5 minutes
Yeah.
with water. So it was just, yeah, total win.
Yes. I've also done and again a little bit internal, but also like a diffusing thing. I've done a like a steam mug when I'm super backed up. I'll put a bunch of oils in there. I, cover my eyes up and put my nose over there and breathe it. But then I could take them internally. So then I'll add a little bit of water and honey and stuff to it too, and I'll take it internally.
I love
Yeah.
it.
I know. So lots of great options. Um, so I want to hear from you guys. So I want to know what are your top three health concerns? Where are some areas that you feel you need some support in? And this can be different for everybody. So, you do see like digestive and sleep and metabolic on the screen, but the possibilities are endless. Are you suffering from, aches and pains? Are you in need of um gut health issues? Do you suffer from, certain illnesses that you need targeted? When I tell you the possibilities are endless, the possibilities are endless. And again, there is an oil out there that we can try to help you, feel a little bit better in that area.
Mhm.
So for me in particular, I I got into oils for my kids. So if you don't know my story, my younger son, who was 8, as a baby, he had a horrible respiratory system, and we spent a lot of time in the doctors. He had 5 ICU stays before he was 2 years old, because he was so, he was sick all the time, and it was hard to watch him be in the hospital that often. So I got given a sample of Breathe Oil, which is our respiratory blend. And in the beginning, I was a big skeptic, and I let that oil sit there for a while. And I finally took that oil one night when I was just at my wit's end and I needed something. And I applied that oil to his chest. And when I tell you the difference it made overnight, it made a huge difference. And from there, I went on to looking for what other areas can I help with. He had a bad GI system on top of that. So we were battling respiratory and GI. I started, what can I take for GI stuff? What can I get his gut health better? What can I take? Because I am a hot mess express, not sleeping over here. So where can I get some help in the sleep department? And I was given, lavender oil to help with my sleep. He was given digestive to help with his belly. He was given breathe to help with, his respiratory system. And here I had oils and options to help my child feel better. Um, my child has not had a hospital stay since he was 2.5 years old. He's now 8. And I can credit that all to essential oils because we use these on a daily basis. We're proactive with our oils. We
Mhm.
vamp it up a little bit when he is feeling under the weather or he is having, a stomach upset. We ramp that up and we keep him out of the doctors and the hospitals because I refuse to give him a life that's all he knows. So when I tell you like it, you can change your health needs. We can get you feeling better. It might take a little bit. It's not going to always happen overnight, but we can get you there. And that's what Vicki and I are here to do. We're here to get you feeling like your best self because we want you to have, we want you to live your best life feeling the best you possibly can.
Yeah. I almost teared up, girl. I know I've heard this story, but
Yes,
it's raw and
yes.
real,
Hmm.
and you never want to see any little suffer
No.
like that. And
Mm-mm.
the proactive medical care side that doTERRA, in my opinion, provides us with the ability to do so,
Hmm.
I will never not use this modality, period.
Hmm.
I do wish everyone watching now, watching the recording, understands that we're being very genuine here, and we're
Hmm.
being very non-compliant as well.
Yes.
Some of the terminology is we're not
Yes.
necessarily allowed to use, but you understand it. This is real talk. This is the real world. And,
Hmm.
just like your story, how it has had a significant impact in your life. I've had
Hmm.
over 50 kidney stones in my life. 50. I'm not even
A
40
lot.
yet.
Hmm.
That's a problem. But if you've
Yeah.
ever had a kidney stone, I'm sure the doctor or, the medical professional is like, okay, well, you're going to have them again. Because if you
Hmm.
have one, there is never just one. So prescription after prescription, urgent care after emergency room, after all these things, right? The compound
Hmm.
effect of just, wow, is this going to be my life? I don't want to live this
Yeah.
life. To getting hooked on an OTC for over a year and not knowing it until it hit me in the face, to
Hmm.
finally someone saying, hey, Vicki, I'm noticing you are struggling.
Hmm.
Have you
Yeah.
tried lemon? No. And at that point, I was at my wit's end.
Hmm.
I'll try anything. I don't even care if it has a side effect at this point. I just want to feel better.
Hmm.
And luckily, I said yes to it. And I kid you not, lemon has saved my life. My
Yeah.
body needed so much help detoxifying with
Hmm.
all of the crud in it. And I'm still a work in progress, don't get me wrong. But I
Hmm.
went from having 50 before I was in my mid 20s, or late 20s, to now to having one or two in the last 10 years that I've been able to pass on my own.
That's amazing.
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 I would yes, Amanda, exactly. I
Oh my
I would never
gosh.
wish kidney
Mm.
stones on anybody.
No.
They are
Mm.
the nurses got to know me by name, right? So they're like,
Yeah.
"Oh, girl, you got birth. You can do labor and delivery. Like, girl, yeah,
Yeah.
you get to take something home with you after you go
Hmm.
through the pain. Now
Yes.
you don't."
Hmm.
And then quickly, friends, if you struggle with acid reflux, my husband Oliver, wake up gasping. His esophagus would be closed. I mean, I
Mm.
almost called 911 a couple times on him. He, I mean, I don't want to cry. It got so bad. I didn't know what to do for him until he finally was like, I'll try anything.
Hmm.
And he does not suffer. Can you guess, Amanda? Can you guess the product? It's a supplement that he can now take without having the laundry list of side effects that has almost cured his acid reflux issues. Can you guess
Oh
what it
goodness,
is?
there's probably so many. I mean, I know digestive is a great supplement, but I feel like it's probably something
Parazymes.
even better. Hmm.
The
Yeah.
Terrazymes. That's all it took. But Amanda, he went to the doctors. He went to see specialists. He went like, I don't know. I will never live without this, but I had to share that story
Hmm.
because again, like Amanda said earlier,
Mhm.
if there's a situation that you're going through, one, you're not alone. Two, I encourage you to try this because you have nothing to lose and so much to gain. So, so much. And if it's
Mhm.
worked for us and then hundreds of thousands of other people, you're going to
Yes.
find what works for you.
Yeah. And we're here to help you find that success story. So,
Mhm. Yeah. I just, we want you to imagine life without those ailments.
yes.
So, yes, yeah, I love it. I love what
Mm.
we do. And I love that
Yes.
these products provide so much support.
Mhm.
So, friends, right in front of you, if you're a visual learner like I am, this is what doTERRA calls their wellness lifestyle pyramid, where we take our lifestyle, where we take our healthcare, and they marry each other because it should. It should work as one unit, not separate.
Mm.
So this is where you get to be raw and real with yourself. If you have your phone near you, take a picture of this. But I encourage you to be as honest as possible with yourself. There's no wrong answer here. But as you can see, we would invite you to rate where you are. So rate each area, nutrition and digestion, all the way up. One being, oh, I could definitely use some support in this area, to 10 being,
Mhm.
oh, I got it. Like I am really good. And then find your number because each of these can be tackled every day with simple toxic free swaps. They
Mhm.
really can. So, nutrition and digestion. My husband Oliver was not even a one. I want to say like negative 10. And luckily, we found what works for him so he's not
Mhm.
suffering or suffocating at night
Mhm.
and moving on up. So friends, take a minute, take a picture, but truly the more honest you can be with yourself, the more support you can provide for yourself in the future.
Mhm. Yeah.
I would
And
say, go ahead, Amanda. What were you
okay,
going to
I
say?
was gonna say, and I'm not sure, if you feel the same, but I know I struggled in more than one area. I
Oh,
mean, my
yes.
numbers were low. And you don't have to tackle everything all at one time. Start with
Mhm.
one oil, one drop. That's one drop, one oil. Like that's all you need. Start somewhere, just tackling one health concern, and you build from there and you make those swaps. We are so much more than just essential oils. We have care products. We have shampoo and conditioner, we have toothpaste, we have laundry detergent, we have so many different things. You don't have to do it all in one shot. You start slow and you make those simple, easy swaps along the way. So
Yeah.
it doesn't have to seem overwhelming. It's super simple. Just one thing, one oil, one drop, one problem at a time.
Exactly. And it is that. I love how this illustrates your lifestyle is first before your healthcare.
Mhm.
We can't start from the top and work our way down. We have to have a foundation. And that is why nutrition and digestion is the foundation of doTERRA's wellness lifestyle pyramid. And you said it so eloquently. The area that I had to start with personally years ago, and honestly to this day needs extra TLC, is the rest and managing stress. Because I've noticed when I am not managing my stress
Mhm.
properly, it's like Jenga, everything starts coming down,
Yes. Yes.
whether I want it to or not. So,
Absolutely.
yeah.
Yes.
So, visual learners, again, this is for you because I want you to see just some of the products that can fit into those categories. Yes,
Mhm.
eating right is very crucial, moving your body. So, we have supplements, we have things to fill in the gaps. Exercising, we highlighted deep blue, respiratory support. I did not know that I have exercise-induced asthma. Now, is that the real terminology? Maybe not, but that's how I remembered it. And I need breathe on my chest. I love it. Without it, I'd have to use an inhaler. Rest
Mhm.
and managing stress, copaiba. You may have heard through the interwebs, people compare copaiba to CBD. Copaiba is a cleaner version with a whole bunch more research backed behind
Mhm.
it, but to lower those stress levels and anxiousness. Serenity, adaptive. I love serenity. And Amanda and I will touch on that in a moment. Or what
Yes.
about reducing your toxic load? We have Abode, we have a whole line of On Guard products which support and boost our immune system, making it work optimally for us. And then that informed self-care where we have On Guard products again. There's a bottle of On Guard Plus. Now, Amanda, I'm sure you have many stories with this, and I would love you to
Hmm.
share one of how you use it. For me, when I travel, On Guard is a must. If ever I feel, and I'm getting better and better as the months and
Hmm.
years go on with understanding the signals that our body tries to tell us. Like, fun fact,
Hmm.
did you know your body sends you signals multiple times a day? But majority of us are blind and cannot even hear and understand what our body's trying to tell us. So I'm getting better as time goes, but On Guard, anytime I feel that tickle or I'm like, why am I extra
Hmm.
tired and sluggish? I pop an On Guard. Amanda, how do you use that
Yes.
product?
So I am the same way. If I know that there's people around me that are sick and I'm going to be with them, I pop one. I normally use two if I'm sick and under the weather because I want that extra boost.
Mhm.
If I'm traveling, I'm preemptively starting to take that because I don't want to catch it. I want to
Ooh.
enjoy my trip. I don't want to
Yeah.
be sick during it. So I do use that one, a couple different ways. It really just depends on, what's happening, but either 1 to 2 a day or sometimes I just don't take it at all. Like if I'm feeling good, I'm not around anybody that's sick, I don't take it, but I
Mhm.
definitely know I can turn to it when I need it.
And I love it. That it's like a
Hmm.
safety net. For me, it's like, okay,
Yes.
I can never run out of it. Now that I know how
Hmm.
well it works for me, I
Hmm.
always make sure I have a backup bottle. And I don't know, maybe I'm
Yes.
being extra, but I would rather have it and not need it than
Yes.
need it and not have it.
I promise you I've ran out one time and I didn't let that happen again.
Yeah. Exactly. Exactly. Okay, friends, if you can go back 2 slides or just one slide with me, lifelong vitality. You saw these bottles, this trio of bottles. Now let me
Hmm.
explain something. We are not perfect, including Amanda and we are needing more support than ever to fill in those gaps from the nutritional system that we get our food from. Okay, an apple a day does not keep the doctor away. It's like more than seven.
Yeah.
So supplementing our food intake, our nutrition intake is crucial in this time that we live in. So lifelong vitality fills in those gaps as your foundational wellness. So there's three, and interestingly enough, I didn't know this, Amanda, maybe you know this, but I didn't realize that doTERRA is worldwide. So in the US, we have a specific formulation that is only for those that live in the United States versus Australia's formulation is different because their nutritional needs will be different than ours. How amazing is that? It's not just a blanket vitamin.
No, I love that. It's
Right? They did the research, they
yes.
took the time to actually figure out where the gaps were. So think
Hmm.
of this as a gap filler. The Microplex VMZ, the V stands for vitamins, the M stands for mineral, the whole multivitamin and mineral, my friends. The Alpha CRS is all of your antioxidant support and cellular energy and longevity. This is like, for me in this trio, it's like the true feel good experience that you get
Hmm.
from lifelong vitality. And then we have all your omegas through XCO Omega, your daily dose of the 369 fatty acids, along with 9 essential oils. So, my friends, I'm going to paint you a picture because, again, I'm visual. We build a house. Well, what goes first? The concrete slab, usually. If we don't build a concrete slab, we can start building on the dirt or the sand. Okay. You'll only get so far until it starts coming down and breaking down. Lifelong vitality is going to give you that foundation for proper wellness at such a level where it's going to be harder for your body to fall ill, to fall aside when things get rough and rocky.
Hmm.
I love how lifelong vitality helps me in supplementing and making sure I'm getting the daily nutrition needed. Now, also doTERRA did their research and educated us fully when this came out. And in order to get, if you like a la carted it, because people like to know, like how
Hmm.
much is really in this? When you a la carte, it was over $500 to get all of the nutrition that is packed into these pills. I'm sorry. I love
That's
doTERRA,
crazy.
but
Oh,
I'm not about to spend $500 just to get the nutrition. Luckily, we don't have to.
Yes.
But friends,
Yeah.
I swear by lifelong vitality because now I've been on it so long, my body realizes when I forget. What about you, Amanda?
Mhm.
Does your body like say, hey?
It does. Oh yeah. I left my supplement case at home. It didn't make it into my bag when I was traveling and it was a rough week. So,
Oh,
these are I call these like the jumper cables to start my day. Like I need these to get through my day because I've used them for so long. When I don't have those jumper cables, I can't function the greatest. I have the brain fog. I'm a little bit slower. I'm not myself. I'm not functioning at 100% like I need to. And my body's definitely suffering. And it's yelling at me, like, you forgot to give me like my boost for the day. So again, your body's gonna speak to you when it doesn't have what it needs. And this is a perfect way to get all the vitamin sources that you do need for the day. So
mhm.
I am forever grateful for these.
Yes, I know. It's my foundation. And I know
Hmm.
personally when I forget, well, that's my own darn fault for one. But
Yes.
like I know where to go to get it fueled up.
Hmm.
Now, I don't know about you, but I think Amanda and I want to be this woman on the swing. It makes my heart happy.
For
So it got into
sure.
the presentation. Like, yes, I'll
Yes,
listen to the water.
for sure.
So, friends, in front of you, I wanted to show you again an entire system. You can purchase as a system or a la carte, but it is a cutting edge system to optimize your metabolic health. Now, this statistic is terrifying, but again, the more we know, the more we're aware, the better we can make decisions for ourselves. 6.8% of the US adult population has optimal cardiometabolic health. Only 6.8. So what does this mean? It means you
Crazy.
carry too much weight, high, yes, have blood glucose levels, blood lipid levels, and blood pressure that are out of range, or have a history of cardiovascular events. Yeah, I
Mind
really
blowing.
like hearing this in the beginning.
Oh, no.
But we need to know because
Mhm.
we can do better. And so doTERRA in their awesomeness, again, research and this took years to get to market. And I'm talking like over 7 years to get to market. But they found a way to inhibit fat cell maturation, to truly cut your cravings, improve your cognitive function, increase your energy, activate longevity genes. Didn't even know those were a thing, you guys. Okay. Decrease your post glucose spikes, which your glucose spikes after meal apparently aren't great for you at all over a long period of time. I honestly did not know that until we were educated and
Yes.
I understood this, and I'm sure Amanda understands it a lot better than I do. However, those glucose spikes after we eat, the higher the peak over time significantly decreases your body's ability to function properly. It's scary.
So
However,
scary.
there's things that we can do for it. Another plus side to this metabolic system is shedding unwanted weight that your body is carrying. That's just a happy byproduct that happens. My friends, when I tell you there's so many testimonials online, there's a lot of testimonials online. I encourage you to go find them, type in MetaPower, doTERRA MetaPower system, and read the reviews and understand what people are experiencing with this kit. Amanda, I am curious what products you use or how you've liked incorporating this into your life.
So I use the MetaPower capsules during and the soft gels. I use them a lot around my meal times, just again to help with those glucose spikes that are gonna happen after I eat. And I do use the beadlets as well,
Mhm.
just to kind of curb some of my cravings. Because I do tend to go to those, sweet and sugary type of junky snacks that I shouldn't be eating. But I do go to the beadlets and the soft gels a lot.
Yeah, you're not alone when you say this, the snacking.
Hmm.
I formed a habit many years ago of unconscious eating. I think
Hmm.
it's, I think in our age group, I think that's something a lot of people do. I'm not saying
Mm-hmm.
it's good, not saying it's bad. However, I have noticed when I am more consistent with the collagen, the assist, and then actually the essential oil in my water, my
Mm-hmm.
brain isn't going to saying, "Hey, Vicki, you're hungry," when you're actually not. Drink your
Yes.
water because you're dehydrated, first of
Mm-hmm.
all, right? And there's a product we're going to
Yes.
highlight that came out last year that has been, I want to say, life changing. Okay,
Mm-hmm.
that's overused, but it truly has
Yes.
helped my hydration game.
Yes.
So yeah, I agree with you. I've also heard many accounts. I suffer from PCOS, which is polycystic ovarian syndrome. I've heard
Mm-hmm.
multiple stories through the interwebs with this MetaPower system. When you are consistent, like daily consistent, it has
Mm-hmm.
helped women with PCOS significantly. Not my story yet. However, it's there. So that made me
It's
really
there.
happy. Friends,
Yes.
this is what it looks like. Those little beadlets that Amanda was talking about, those are it. They're super tiny.
Super tiny.
Yeah, and they're super easy to take. So I'm
Mm-hmm.
assuming we have beadlets with the On Guard system. You also take the beadlets when you travel and are like
I do.
popping them in. Yeah.
Yes, especially if like I'm getting on a plane. I normally like pop it while I'm in the airport so it like kicks in right before I go through security.
Absolutely. So, friends, we wouldn't be doing our job if we didn't highlight a couple options for you that we feel would work really well for this class that you're participating in. And one of those options is the Home Essentials Kit. This is like the family physician kit. It
Mm-hmm.
is targeting almost every ailment that will possibly come your way to yourself or littles. You save the most money, period. And it comes with the diffuser, so you can actually have all application methods. Aromatic
Mm-hmm.
with the diffuser, topical and internal for most of these oils. Amanda, there's so much to talk about here, but I would love for you
Yes.
to highlight at least two of these oils and how you've used it in your life.
Yeah. So my go-to is lavender. I love this. This thing, it is lavender is just gonna be all things calming. So my older son has asthma. So if you know anything about asthma, a lot of the times, like, eczema and like a dry skin tend to go hand in hand with asthma. So lavender's been like such a godsend for him when he is having those, eczema flare-ups or the drier skin. But it's also really good sleep oil. So this one is in my boys' diffusers and my diffuser at night, just to kind of help with sleeping, peacefully. And that's been a game changer when it comes time to sleep. And then I guess my other one would be Breathe because Breathe is that oil that, got me started. And it's that one that, has kept my, little one out of the hospital and doing so good respiratory wise. So that's a good one to, again, use preemptively. So he gets Breathe and On Guard rolled onto him every single day before he goes to school. And, it's just great to keep in the diffuser again at night because it just opens up those airways as you're sleeping. So those are probably my two go-to, the most out of this kit.
I I agree with everything you just said. Lavender is also known as the Swiss Army knife of essential oils because it does so much. And
Mm-hmm.
when you get your kit, when you get your oils, just understand that these oils, these bottles, the larger bottles have 250, about 250 drops of joy in it. The smaller deep blue bottle that you see in front of you has about 85 drops of joy. Again, it's 2 drops per application, and then it
Mm-hmm.
varies upon your needs. I would have to say, if I'm just picking two right now, you already know my lemon story. So, lemon,
Mm-hmm.
absolutely. But frankincense and tea tree go neck and neck. Frankincense is the king of oils. There's a term that you'll hear when in doubt, frank it out. Just use frank because it's great
Mm-hmm.
for all the things. And
Everything.
it truly is. I have a frankincense story, Amanda. If you remind me at the end of class, I will
Yes.
happily share it. Your mind's going to be blown. I promise you. And tea tree, I love tea tree because of the antiviral, antibacterial, antifungal, all the things again that you can
Yes.
do with this. Like frankincense and tea tree would be in my bug out bag or my emergency kit
Mm-hmm.
because I know I can lean on it when my body is struggling. Or if I see someone else in need, these would be great tools for me to have. if I had to
Yes.
pick two, and that's hard.
It's so
Just
hard.
saying. It, yeah,
So hard.
but again, I love it. I absolutely love it. So another system that we want to highlight for you in this class is the Serenity Sleep System. So this system, two of the products have been reformulated. When they do a reformulation, they've just had more time and science and understanding to make it even better. And
Mm-hmm.
so we have a Serenity Stick with valerian, Serenity Restful Blend essential oil, and then the Serenity Complex soft gels. And this trio, again, it's so dynamic that yes, you can use it a la carte, but when you have the system together, it really helps your brain calm down. It helps you unwind, and it really helps you get into that deep sleep. They did a ton of sleep studies to understand that
Mm-hmm.
majority are not sleeping enough, not sleeping long enough, and not going into the certain sleep cycles that are necessary to regenerate, to have that pause to heal before the next day. I honestly was shocked. I don't have a hard time sleeping necessarily, but I do have a hard time staying asleep.
Mm-hmm.
The falling asleep
So
is easy for me, but the staying
yeah.
asleep is so hard.
Mm-hmm. I'm the same way. Like I struggle to stay asleep. Like I'll wake up a couple times
Mhm.
throughout the night. But when I actually put this system to use, I still wake up every like, a couple times, but it's definitely a lot less than it was before. And it's for shorter intervals. So if I woke up before, I could stay awake for like 10 minutes before I fell back to sleep. Now it's just cut down to like a minute or two, and I'm just like, okay, what time is it? Like I didn't miss my alarm or anything, right? And
Mhm.
it's quickly to get back to sleep. Like this system is like heaven in a bottle. It is so good. It's such a good trio.
Yeah, I love it. And we didn't add it into the slide, but another oil that I would highly recommend pairing with your diffuser with Serenity is Shinrin Yoku. It's our forest bathing blend. The two harmony is perfect for this
Mhm.
sleep system. But honestly, man, I'm glad you touched on that. The amount of time spent awake is massively decreased, and I'm actually not
Mhm.
waking up as many times. And there's proof in the pudding, but it smells amazing, so that's a win.
Mhm.
But the relaxation and truthfully, do you ever I struggle with anxiety on and off. Certain
Mhm.
things trigger it for me. Do you or have you ever taken Serenity during the day when your anxiousness is like, ah, I didn't for a
Yes.
while, and then I started taking this, and I've noticed a significant difference of my reaction time.
Mhm.
I don't know. It's just amazing.
Yeah. Yes.
So, friends, of course, every month doTERRA brings promotions to the table. They just do. Do they have to? Absolutely not, but that is the doTERRA way. And so this month, yes, it's past the 15th, but for those people that invested 125 PV into their wellness that month, then they got a bottle of guaiac wood. Guaiac wood is very calming, relaxing. They did this on purpose because the beginning of a school year for any parent can be a hot
Yes.
mess stress. So that's
Yes.
why,
I'm living proof over
yeah,
here.
that's why they did that. And then Melissa is a very high priced oil. It's 10% off. Melissa
Yes.
is all things immune boosting, all things emotionally supportive. Again,
So
it's
I
like
refer to
rose.
Melissa as like frankincense wife. Like if
Yes,
there was a married
yes.
couple, it's frankincense and Melissa in the doTERRA world. These two are such a
Hmm.
powerhouse together.
They are. They absolutely are. And so anybody with an account, my friends, it's 10% off. Go and get it. Again, I hope every household that ever is introduced to doTERRA will get this eventually. I actually got it with my free points, Amanda. The first time I
Oh yes.
bought it with
Yeah.
points. So that was really
Mm-hmm.
cool. And then we're going to
Yes.
talk about how you can get free product because again, doTERRA is a very giving company when and where they can. And so they have a specific promotion for a limited time. And Amanda and I have a proper code that we can share with you for
Mm-hmm.
that. So yeah, my friends, it's just so much fun.
Yes. So if you are like me, I always say if it's free, it's for me. Like I love freebies. Give me every freebie that you could possibly get. I'm the one that there's a buy one, get one in the store. I'm there. If I need it, I'm getting it. If I don't need it, I'm still getting it because I love everything free. My mom and I joke about that all the time. If it's free, it's for me. So with that, we have free opportunities for you to get lots of good products into your home when you invest in your health and wellness. So for a very short time, we're only going to host this for about 72 hours. So, this is definitely something you want to act on quick. You will have the opportunity to earn extra products with your purchases. So as you can see in the picture right there, with all of your 100 PV plus orders, you are going to get a bottle of Balance. Now, Balance is a very grounding blend. It's very calm and soothing. I don't even put my feet on the ground in the morning until I have Balance on the bottom of my foot because I need it to center me. I need it to just ground me and I need it to help me get through my day. So Balance is just a very, very good, powerful grounding oil. In addition to that, if you get a 150 PV order, you will get to choose a free gift. And as you can see there, you have options as far as a diffuser. You have the beautiful little glass On Guard foam hand wash bottle with the um, the foaming hand concentrate in the I'm sorry, I say abode blend, not the On Guard. And you can get that in a very beautiful citrus bloom smell, or you can get the toothpaste bundle. So it's an On Guard and spearmint toothpaste bundle. If you hit the 150 PV, you get a free gift, but you also get Balance, which is amazing. And
Amanda,
then,
the Balance,
yes.
I just want to say this before my brain forgets. Balance, we have a dear friend, her name is Mandy. I'll leave her last name out of it. However, she's a stroke survivor.
Mhm,
Balance honestly was a catalyst in saving her life. Balance has the ability to move blood through our system when our system is sluggish. So
mhm,
yes, on the level of emotional support, absolutely, we anchor into Balance. Balance, again, Amanda
mhm.
doesn't put her feet on the floor until she
So,
starts her day with Balance. But
yeah.
at the same token, because of its chemical makeup, Balance is able to help push the blood through the body. So she was able to get a hold of her Balance bottle before she got to the hospital. And she has a powerful story if ever, and if you know who I'm talking about,
Mhm,
it was part of her being here today because she had Balance. So, anyways,
mhm.
I had to share that.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah. And
again,
I
I'll
think
never go
it's
without.
no, and I'm glad you shared that because I think it is one of those oils that you really only hear about a lot of the emotional benefits of it because that's what a lot of people use it for. So to
Mhm.
hear that it does have those physical properties built into it is just, again, it's amazing. It's just,
Mhm.
this is, when we talk about how amazing these products are, like this is why, because they can be used for so many different things. And what I use them for is not what Vicki uses them for, or, Mandy in this situation. Like we all have our testimonies as to why oils worked for each one of us. So it's just a beautiful story. I'm glad you shared that. So when you put in a 200 PV order, we are also going to gift you that adaptive touch. So we talked about adaptive being very grounding. This is I personally refer to it as Xanax in a bottle because it definitely like helps to calm me down. It relaxes my nerves. But this form of adaptive is going to be in a touch roller bottle. So I actually have one right here because I don't go anywhere without it. So this roller bottle of adaptive is super awesome because this is already going to come pre-diluted with that fractionated coconut oil that we talked about earlier. It's going to be that carry oil that helps get that adaptive into your bloodstream faster. So it's going to give you those benefits quicker. Um, so with your 200 PV order, you're getting the adaptive, you're getting the Balance, and you're getting to choose a free gift. Like it honestly can't get much better than that. It is amazing. And then doTERRA stepped it up a notch even more. And we have a program called our Loyalty Rewards program. And this is a free optional program. You do not have to sign up for this program if you choose not to, but it's almost a reward system. So it's no different than, signing up for a Costco membership and getting all the, the benefits that Costco throws at you for, free shopping days and, money off your order. You're going to build up a point system which you can redeem for cash. It's pretty much cash essentially. And that's honestly how I get all my oils. I use my loyalty order for all my household stuff, all my everyday cleaning stuff, my toothpaste, my laundry detergent, my soap, and I get my oils for free because I use my points. doTERRA, if you place a 100 PV order in your second month and your third month after you enroll, they're gonna gift you $50 of spending money. Like, it can't get any better than that. Like, I'm jealous that I can't re-enroll right now because these deals
Exactly.
are so good. So good. And I promise you, you don't want to sleep on these deals because they're
Mm-mm.
only available for the next 72 hours. So when you are ready you just reach out to Vicki and I, and we will get you all these amazing deals in your pocket.
I know. Again, seriously, if I could sign up again, or if my husband wasn't on my account, I would sign him up.
Yes. Yes.
Just because it wasn't this good when I started. The
No.
oils, absolutely, but
Oh,
the
for sure.
herbs that doTERRA is able to give periodically, like in the 72 hours that you have it available to you, yes. We did the
Yes.
math. Again, I'm not a numbers person, but I did the math because I wanted to know when you are like, yes, I want these products in my home so I can support my wellness and be proactive with my medical care, and you get that 200 PV, the dollar amount that you save is almost at 120. Like you're getting 120 in free product, basically.
Yes.
I'm
Yes.
like, what?
Like,
Amazing. Yeah.
again, when
So
doTERRA is giving, they are giving. Like, it is amazing the amount of stuff that they give to their customers because they want you to feel better. They want you to live your best life
they
and
do.
feel good when you do it.
They do. So we
Yes.
wanted to give you a better understanding of some of the options that we have highlighted or talked about that are available to you. We have curated a couple packages that will get you to where you want to be. And part of that is the Home Essentials kit that we already went over. And then
Hmm.
there's a product called Recharge. And again, I have it in my water. I'm not even joking
Hmm.
because we need hydration, and hydration doesn't just come from water. I thought so years ago, but the more we learn, the more we understand. But there's this statistic of over 75% of the US population is deficient in magnesium. And there are four types of magnesium in this recharge. And magnesium is a very crucial mineral that our bodies need massively. Potassium, again, I was low on potassium when I was having my kidney stone issues. I will never want a potassium shot ever again. That was painful.
No. Yes.
So, so recharge is just an option that we feel that all mothers, all children, everyone with a heartbeat truly needs to start replenishing your system because that's what it needs. I mean, the lifelong vitality to fill in those nutritional gaps, proper hydration for body function, for, your prefrontal cortex to work optimally, all the things. And Amanda took an awesome picture of the kids kit. These oils, y'all, that are in the kids kit. And by the way, it's not just for kids. They're so
Mhm.
adorable. They
They're
come
so
with
cute.
colors. I mean, Amanda, talk about the kids kit for a minute, because yes, you're a
Yes.
mom. I'm not, but I use them. But I would love to hear why you love it so much.
Yes. So I have the kids kit here. And this is amazing because you get this cute little carrier. It comes with this little clip. So we take this everywhere with us. Um, and what's amazing is that yes, I can, like, my kids are at an age where they can read, but doTERRA put these pictures on there. I don't even know if you can see that, but this is Tamer. And this is the belly blends. When I tell you I use this, probably more than my kids do, but I use this all the time. But it
Mhm.
has this little picture on it. So, my 8-year-old who this is a godsend. So my 8-year-old has a condition called gastroparesis. So pretty much his stomach holds onto food a lot longer than most people do. So he stays fuller longer, which causes his stomach to hurt. It, causes, anywhere from constipation to diarrhea, things in between. but he also gets motion sickness. So, he goes to school, he started to take a bus. I can tell him, put your tamer on, and he can go to this bottle. But years before, we would start doing colors. So go grab like the greenish bottle, grab the picture, the bottle with the picture with the little person on it. I could give him these clues and he could take this oil and he could apply it himself. So it is amazing that doTERRA is meeting everybody like where they are. So this is a kid's line. They're meeting the kids like where their learning levels are. But again, these oils can be used for everybody. They come pre-diluted. They come with these cute little cards that actually talk about what the oils are, how to use them. It gives you, again, a picture to match it up with, that these kids can go and they can find their oil and they can see what it says and how to apply it. So I love these oils. And I'm just so grateful that, they're out when my kids are using their oils and they are young enough to get the benefits of these. But I'm also glad that, they are dual purpose and that adults can get the benefits as well. So
Mhm.
this is like my favorite kit. I absolutely love it. And I keep all my oils together with the kids' kits so I don't lose any of them. Um, they're just so fun.
They are. I mean, I like to say these oils are supportive from womb to tomb. And the
Hmm.
kids kit was formulated because there was a need for all of you parents out there to have a quick, simple solution where you could grab and go. Because
Hmm.
sometimes life will life you to where you really have no time to get
Hmm.
the tools. These are already done for you. They're safe. I've actually
Hmm.
applied these blends to an infant's feet and down the spine when they were in need. That is how diluted.
Hmm.
Again, it's not the efficacy that is diluted. It's able to be supportive from birth till the end of time. So I do
Hmm.
love it. Tamer, motion sickness, Amanda, I kid you not,
Hmm.
best
Yes.
blend on the planet.
Yes.
I will
Yes.
not go without it. It's in my purse always.
I love it. And, the other thing too is, we all kind of have scents that bug us a little bit. So I love the digestin blend. It is our digestive support blend, but I'm not a fan of like the licorice smell, and that's what that digestin smells like. With Tamer, it's got more of a spearmint minty
So good.
smell, which I love. So I'm getting the benefits, but I'm getting it in a way that, is meeting my needs too, because black licorice just makes me like instantly queasy. I don't know what it is about it, but if I need it, I'm absolutely going to use it. But if I
Mhm.
have Tamer, it's definitely my go-to. So,
Yeah, no, I agree. It's a win. I'm not
mhm,
a black licorice aroma lover, and so
yes.
Tamer has just been something I've gravitated to as soon as
Hmm.
this was available. And then you can
Yeah.
see in the middle of that picture Amanda took is the PB
Mhm.
Assist. So more education's coming out with our gut and brain access, our microbiome. Our gut is our second brain. We're getting more understanding as the years go on about how important and how crucial it is to have a happy and healthy gut. So
Mhm.
doTERRA saw the need and created this, and it took a very long time for them to get to where they're at today. But my gosh, if you are older than
Mhm.
20 years old, you understand when I say it tastes like a pixie stick, but so much
Mhm.
better. It is
Yes.
candy. It tastes
Yes.
like candy. It is so good, but
Mhm.
at the same time, it's giving you your 7 billion AFUs of like I want to say whole body. It's not whole body. Probiome gut complex.
Mhm.
And Amanda, maybe you can speak on this, but I love it. I take it every day. My
Mhm.
husband, when I put it on the counter, he sees it and then he'll take it.
Mhm. Yeah.
But my
Um,
overall health, like true overall health, has been so much better when I started implementing gut support.
yes. So, we're taught in like, in nursing world that your gut is actually like your immune system. So if your gut isn't healthy, I promise you the rest of your body isn't healthy. And a lot that's what causes you to be sick a lot. So if you're one that is constantly getting sick, constantly having colds, constantly having this, I promise, like it most likely is narrowed down to your gut, and we need to do better. And a lot of it too just has to do with, the way our nutritional system is, and we're not getting what we need in there, which is upsetting our gut as well. So, with this PB Assist, it's perfect to take like a pixie stick. But some people just aren't into like that powdery, sugary type thing, and that's fine. I sometimes will just mix it in with my water and just, kind of make sure it's a smaller, shot glass type size, and that way I can get it in really quick. But I'll add it to my recharge and still get the benefits, but not have that, powdery taste to it. But it has to start with your gut. We have to get our gut under control so that the rest of our body can be at its healthiest, because
Mhm.
that's really where our like everything is stemming from.
Yeah, I agree with you, Amanda. I'm glad you mentioned that because we are in a time where it is back to school. So kids
Hmm.
will share everything. And then
Yes.
they'll bring it home with you and share
Hmm.
everything in your home. And then on
Yes.
top of that, we have what? The holiday season. I don't
Hmm.
know what it is, but it's like beginning of school and then it's boom, holiday season. As soon as
Hmm.
it's October 1st till the new year, we are
Hmm.
inundated with sugar and parties and activities and then sugar
Yes.
again and all these things
Yes.
that are going to disrupt and dis-ease our immune system. So
Hmm.
one of the things to go to bat, not just for ourselves, but for our littles, is the PB assist. Honest God.
Hmm.
And over the summer, I came across a video or something on Instagram. I follow a lot of
Hmm.
people in the holistic wellness field, and she happened to be poor, and she wasn't a doTERRA advocate. She just happened to have it, and she's like, "Oh, I found a way to enjoy watermelon better." She put it on her
Hmm.
piece of watermelon and ate it. I was like, that's genius. That just tastes so good.
That's genius. I never would have thought of
I
that.
know, me neither.
I'll
So
have to
try
go get
it.
me a watermelon.
I know. Try it. But yes,
Yeah.
Amanda, I agree. Our gut is so
Hmm.
important. And if there's a simple way, which there is, to support
Hmm.
it, I mean, think of the compound effect over time. Again,
Yes.
your time is valuable. I want you to
Hmm.
spend it how you want to, not taking care of a situation that has occurred.
Yes.
Mhm. So at this point in time, we are so close to the end of class. If you need to stretch, totally stretch, move your neck around. I promise we're almost done, but we didn't want to leave anything out because you deserve the best. So a lot of people over the years have asked Amanda and I, like, why doTERRA and why now? Well, here's
Hmm.
just some of the reasons why. People are tired of being sick all the time, period. They're tired of having the laundry list of side effects on the labels. People want to live a better way. So they partner with doTERRA. They are the largest essential oil company in the world. doTERRA is the most tested, most trusted oils on the market. doTERRA is actually used by doctors and hospitals worldwide. And that statement alone says so
Hmm.
much. There's Sarah's smiling. I'm probably chuckling in her head. Like, yes, there's a lot of legalities you have to check off in order to be a product that is in a hospital. We are ethically and sustainably sourced. We work directly with the farmers with over 130 markets open. The compensation plan for those that want to do this as a side hustle or replace their income is genius. And we are known, we meaning doTERRA, is a legacy company. And if you understand what I mean, then you understand what I mean. We are a privately owned company. We have a phenomenal ownership team, and we are absolutely debt free with no outside funding. doTERRA in its infancy state was wanting to be bought out, and they said no, because as soon as we
Hmm.
give you that ability, it's not going to be at the core of our values anymore. And doTERRA's values are far beyond any other company I've come across yet. Truthfully,
Hmm.
I just love them, and I love partnering with my wellness with doTERRA.
Yeah.
So, in understanding that, there's some of you watching this class live or watching the recording thinking, okay, this is pretty cool, but like, how do you do it as a side business or an extra income or just do it as a business in general? Well, first, I want you to ask yourself, are you passionate about oils or the idea that there's a holistic option out there? Do you love people and do you like to see them progress in a way that serves them? And if you can follow a simple system, and I chuckle, but truly a simple system, like,
Mhm.
Amanda and I are doing here, and you can get things done, then there's a potential that this can work for you.
Mhm.
And I love this fact. Did you know the average millionaire has 7 streams of income? 7. I don't have 7 yet,
7. Oh,
but wow, right? 7 streams of income. I
that's
just thought that was
amazing.
amazing. But friends, if this is something that you are interested in, connect with who brought you to this class so they can share a little bit more. Again,
Mhm.
for all my visual people, here's some of the reasons why people partner with doTERRA, aside from getting their essential oils and products at a discount through us. They want to gain their time back. They want the financial freedom that's available. They want to get out of debt. I've done that, doing that
Yes.
again to support their family and themselves. They want to work from home. After working in the school system for 13 years, I truly am so grateful I work from home and I have the ability to do so. People
Mhm.
want to make extra money or get their products paid for, which people call free natural health care. I love it. I can't
Yes.
coin it. It wasn't mine, but it works. Or to be part of a team and community of like-minded people. Yes. And if you say yes to any of that, you have a deep desire to understand
Mhm.
this, then connect in. And my friends, there's no monthly minimums to sell. There's just not. You don't have to keep inventory because guess what? The products you have for your wellness, that's what you're going to use and share and explain. You receive coaching from our team. You get the education. You get all the tools that you need. All you need is your phone and your laptop. We don't have to overcomplicate it, and it doesn't need to be that way. There's another thing that you can tap into for free. A little over a year ago, my friend Sarah Sipos and I decided there needed to be a podcast about the essential oils that we're using, and it's doTERRA specific. If you enjoy listening to podcasts, then this is a free source for you to tune into. You don't have to, but I wouldn't be doing my job without inviting you into this space. Again, we're doTERRA specific, but we do have a heavy emphasis on the emotional benefits of these essential oils. I became a certified emotions coach. If you want more information, I can absolutely share it with you at a later time. Just DM me. But again, a free resource that you can tune into while you're at work or wherever to help you understand this this tool. And Amanda, please share what this awesome, you know, image is.
Yes. So this is just a little picture of those oils that are going to be in that kids collection. So you're going to get the Stronger for immune support. You're going to get Thinker, which is great for kids who are either homeschooled, just to focus, homework time. It's a great oil. You're going to get the Tamer for digestive support. Calmer is going to be really good to apply at sleep time. You're going to get Rescuer, which is that very soothing blend. So for those aches and pains, you're going to get Steady, which is going to be, just kind of grounding you, giving you that balanced environment. And you're going to get Brave for those times where, you might be your kids might be a little scared or, taken back. They just need a little bit of courage and confidence. So for joining this class, you are going to get a free PDF download from Vicki and I that is going to share all about these oils that are specific to your kids, and lots of fun diffuser and roller blends sent your way so that way you can start implementing these oils right into you and your kiddos' lives. So we're really excited about that little download that you guys will get after the class.
Yeah, we are. And it takes time to craft things like this, but we wanted you to have something to take away so you have a reference guide. Again, Amanda and I don't know it all, but we know so much because we've been using and doing
Mhm.
repeatedly for years now, and you will get there. However, you have us as a resource.
Mhm.
Always. Like we're an open book. We just are, that's how we
Yes.
roll.
Mhm.
So if we don't know the information at the top of our head, we have the resources and community to find the answer for you. And we want to leave you with this. The only thing keeping you from what you want is your story about why you can't have it. I feel that that's extremely powerful. The only thing
Mhm.
keeping you from what you want is the story about why you can't have it. And doTERRA is something that you can tap into
Mhm.
as soon as today. for your
Yes.
wellness, for your family, for all of the reasons why that I'm sure have been going through your head. You deserve to amplify your life in the direction of your choosing. So you get to change your story. Amanda, is there anything else that you would like to add to this?
Um, I think this is such a powerful statement. And like I said before, it's just starting small. It's conquering one fear at a time and, one bottle, one drop, one time. Like you kind of have to start somewhere and, you can change your story and how you're living and how your story is now doesn't have to be here forever. So just, it's just about conquering those fears and starting a new chapter of life.
Mm-hmm. I agree. I agree.
Yes.
Now we need a winner. And guess what? There's one
Yes.
heartbeat here, and I'm so grateful. So guess who
Yes.
wins? I'm so
Julia, you are our lucky winner.
super
Um, so
cool.
be yeah, so I will touch base with you about your prize. So because you joined in live on the class, you will be getting a free blend bottle of your choosing, to kind of help you with any elements that you may be having now. We really want to help you start tackling them and, testing out these products. So you're going to get lots of free samples and products to try from me. So yay.
That is awesome. So
I'm so excited.
for everyone listening live, which is this amazing heartbeat right here, we actually have a Q&A. So for those watching the recording, I'm so sorry you will not be a part of this Q&A. Hopefully you can make it
Yes.
to our next class live for this exclusive Q&A. But for now, I'm going to stop the recording and we'll see you next time.